Tonight's starting lineups for head coach Danny Dicchio and Detroit City FC. It's a 4-2-3-1.
For Dave Carton, you have 4-4-1-1. Bauman is the key to everything. You get him in between the lines. Now you afford Powder and Bolaños to be really aggressive at stepping up and supplying the service into Obregon Jr.
It's been about 9 days off for Westchester since the 2-0 loss at AV Alta on April the 5th. Teams are in position. We are ready to go. Edson Carvajal is our referee. There is the whistle, and we are underway on a sunny 53-degree day in Hamtramck, Michigan. USL Championship against USL League One tonight. This is one of a couple matchups between Detroit and Westchester here in 2025. They'll also participate in the Jägermeister Cup. They are in the same group in that competition. And already early on, it's a corner kick on the way for Westchester SC. Team that has won, they've lost, they've drawn a year ago. Third in the Eastern Conference, although they did lose in a penalty kick shootout to the Tampa Bay Rowdies in that first round playoff match. Now in their 8th appearance in the U.S. Open Cup, there have been some dramatic matches here at Keyworth Stadium. Taking down the Columbus Crew a few years back in 2022. As this cross fired in, the header is over the bar and over the head of Dane Jackman, who gets the start today for Westchester.
Between Gonzatti and Morris, high up the field is going to be crucial to Detroit City, as Ben Morris is going to push it up a little bit higher, so that allows Gonzatti just to come under.
It's being the third round of this competition, and it's the third game already for Westchester as this ball comes towards the end line. Donor got some contact from Bobby Pierre, but it's out of play. Dave Carton leading this Westchester team into their inaugural season, one of 5 new clubs in USL League One here in 2025. They can make this place a fortress and a tough place to play for oppositions. Already just with smaller fields, it's a bit of a harder field as well. It all plays into an away day here at Keyworth Stadium. He did say, though, they did train on the field yesterday just to get some feel on this turf. Play this up over the top. The goalkeeper's off his line, but the shot by Morris is well wide of target.
As Ben Morris gets caught offside, but Jacquem, he's caught in no man's land. If Ben Morris has the ability to time his run a tad bit better.
Detroit's trying to get started here early against Adewole. Looking for a chance to shoot. It's lifted onto the roof of the net. Nearly catching Jackman out there.
And also very comfortable with the ball at his feet as he creates a little bit of space. No one steps up to him. I love how he calls his own numbers. He just gets his body position right, tries to keep his shoulders over the ball. His eyes for that top corner, does not miss. "10 minutes in, Josh, for Westchester. They're getting beaten too easily.
In swinger, put right into the middle. And the header away. Shane Wheat was up for it for Detroit. And now a foul will go against Samori Powder. Powder brothers in the starting lineup here tonight as this ball is quickly down the line for Donor. Maury Donor coming in, the cross back post for Diouf. Atis Diouf trying to lay this one off, and now it's a low shot. Dominic Gasso taking that on. Block in front, and a throw-in on the way.
Just too many touches for Diouf. When he gets this ball in around that 18-yard box, you need to be a little bit more decisive, whether it's going on yourself or just putting this ball across. Good move here.
Coming into the box, another shot from a tight angle. And that was right into side netting, a goal kick.
Zaki has shown some skill in tight spaces. When you're talking about being decisive, I love the intent here, trying to sneak it into that near post of Jacquemin. Great look.
Here's Morris down the line. Another deflection. This one ends up out of play for Detroit City corner kick. Already up to 8 shots tonight. Noah Powder will stand over it for Westchester. Trying to open the scoring right before the break. An in-swinging ball. Goal is open, and it's cleared away.
Steps off of his line, and notice the shape of this from Powder. He gets caught in no man's land. He gets away with this one, and thankful.
It was Connor McGlynn who had that last shot, but we have reached the end of the first half, and still 0-0. Westchester right in this thing.
And that's a positive for Dave Carton. You're still 0-0. It takes one moment. 0-0. Big 45 minutes coming up.
There is the whistle. We are underway. 45 minutes, maybe more here from Keyworth Stadium. McGlynn stepping forward, again looking to play it out wide. Jonathan Bolaños. Quick give and go, nothing on with Joel Johnson, although it comes through the middle. Powder with the shot. Imagine that, first shot on target of the entire game comes for Westchester.
And it's the first time that we've seen them play with a little bit of confidence and just put their foot on the ball to look to combine with one another. Need to produce something a little bit stronger, better placement to really test Saldana, the goalkeeper for Detroit.
Forward again, nothing on for Westchester. Now Detroit City has some room to work through the middle. Morris moves it out wide. Zadi making the run. Early ball in, dealt with by Adewole. The clearance into the Northern Guard supporters.
Need more quality from Guenzati here. You need him to pick out a burgundy jersey. Diouf makes a clever run and slashes across Pierre to that near post run.
Beat Portland Timbers 2 and Central Valley Fuego last year before losing the Oakland Roots, and then beat Real Monarchs and Monterey Bay. Monterey Bay won. It's a big upset. Monterey Bay has been flying to start this USL Championship season, but not good enough for the Burrito Boys, huh?
Can they do it now against Sacramento Republic, one of the powerhouses in USL Championship?
What's also pretty impressive for El Farolito, it's all impressive, but it's all being done on the road. This is just a team that is traveling around the US Open Cup and causing some havoc. Gasso gets into the corner. Gets the cross away from Morris. Morris, a positive first touch. Morris gets end line, stands it up. Bicycle kick is wide. A good effort for it by Sebastian Guenzati.
It's on this second touch is beyond me to have it come back across, and it sets up perfectly for Guenzati. He does everything right. Leaves his feet at the right time, gets clean contact, but just pulls it wide.
Also be a sub for Westchester, Mink Painters. Dutchman will come on. One Dutchman on for another. Daniel Bowman is coming off. Three subs coming off the field. Ben Morris, Sebastian Guenzati, Marcello Polisi, Jay Chapman, Josiel Cedeno, and Darren Smith will all be coming on. It was Darren Smith's brace on the weekend that really helped Detroit City get back into that game against Phoenix. Scored the first and second goals that included the equalizer before Cedeno, who also comes on, scored the winner.
And Smith is going to play as that number 9, and Cedeno's going to play underneath him. Smith is a different player versus Sebastian Guenzati. Really clever with his movement, can do a little bit of everything, and has a really nice knack of finding the back of the net. So his relationship between him and Cedeno, top priority going forward for Danny Dicchio.
Jay Chapman, big signing in the offseason for Detroit City as well. The Canadian who played last year with Charleston on loan from Hartford. An experienced USL player along with his career in MLS as well. Inter Miami and Toronto FC.
He's just going to give you structure and balance. Essentially, very confident on the ball, very clean and technically sound. So look for him to pull the strings from a deep line position, as Gaslo's going to have a little bit more freedom in the attacking sense of the game. Bad giveaway.
Something on here, it's an open goal. Saldana is onto it.
When this ball comes back to Saldana, it needs to be up and away, never back centrally. Peters finds up a little gift, but Saldana does quite well to recover from his mistake. But this ball needs to be pumped underneath air. Nervy.
Now that's his Diouf. Carrying forward and moving it out wide for Donor. Another turnover, and it's quickly floated forward. Obregon Jr. rips down Matt Sheldon. They help each other to their feet, and it's a play on. Here comes Yamazaki. Yamazaki carrying on. Comes into the middle, flicked off for Atis Diouf, and it's blocked. Yamazaki again, the service in for Adewole. Nodded forward. Moved out wide, Yamazaki once more, it stays on the deck. Getting end line is Chapman, centering feed, Detroit City scores! Maury Donor for Detroit City, and it's 1-0. The Macarena to celebrate.
This game has changed in the final third for Detroit City when you bring Jay Chapman on the field, because he gives you quality, he gives you class, and he gives you composure in the final third. Not on, take the touch and put the ball in a dangerous area, but this is all about the movement from Maury Donor.
Player down here is Darren Smith. Dikio still has one more sub at his disposal tonight. Two field players left, Alex Villanueva and Jordan Adebayo Smith. Called a boot or a cleat?
Boot. You?
I go cleat.
Of course you do. Jersey or kit?
That's a good question. I think you can probably go with either. I'm in either role.
Well, I'm asking you. What do you say?
I understand. I don't have. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be Switzerland here. I don't have one.
I say jersey.
Okay. Jersey and boot. I'll go kit and cleat.
There you go.
Soccer or football? Don't answer that. Here's Powder back into play. Obregon Jr. came off his face. Obregon Jr. What a goal! Westchester equalized on a golazo from Juan Carlos Obregon. 1-1.
Coming into this game, you and I mentioned he was going to be the player to watch for Westchester because he has the quality to be a difference maker in a do-or-die game. Pressure's on, big-time players step up.
And now Westchester have to feel like they can have a little bit of encouragement to go on and find another after that one.
Cup competition, momentum is everything. Next 5 minutes, crucial for both sides. If you're Westchester, if you can get the second goal, now you can put yourself in an area to succeed. And for Danny Dicchio, you cannot let one goal turn into two. So how do you weather the storm now and play yourself back into dominating the game?
Floated forward again. Smith, the header back for Antis Diouf. Diouf looking for an angle to shoot. It's saved by Jackaman. He probably saw that one late, but was able to get a fingertip on it.
But at some point, if you're out of Wale, you have to step up. You cannot allow the ball to bounce in your 18-yard box, and you cannot allow Diouf to take that second and third touch with no pressure on him. Good save from Jackaman.
In-swinger on the corner. Wheat keeps it in play. Comes towards the top of the area. Yamazaki just knocks it right into the turf. Antis Diouf gets around out of Wole. He's on a yellow card. Diouf still. Powder lunched in. It's a penalty. It looks so innocuous, but it's a point to the spot and a chance for Detroit City to retake the lead.
Diouf has been a handful all evening here, but it's these tight touches that catches Noah Powder.
Cedeno, the slow run up, and he scores! 2-1 Detroit.
Cool as you would like from Cedeno. The step up with the pressure on. Wears a number 10 for a reason.
Another whistle here. It goes Westchester's way. Next game up for Detroit. They will be hosting Rhode Island over the weekend. It was a good matchup here a year ago between those two sides. As for Westchester, they'll be on the road to take on the Richmond Kickers. They were eliminated in the first round of this competition, losing out to Virginia Dream. Everybody coming forward now. Long throw again. A header met. Donor, another clearance. Just able to get that away from Cedeno. This is a dangerous one. It's put towards goal, and this will send Detroit City the next round. Darren Smith caps it off, 3-1 City.
In the second half, Detroit City started to show their teeth in the final third, just too casual here from Pierre. Not enough of the Open Cup.
The draw will be tomorrow morning on Morning Footy. 9:15 Eastern time as this one comes in, back post, and onto the roof of the net. That should pretty much do it. Saldana puts this back in play. Nope, he won't put it back in play, but Detroit City are moving on to the fourth round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.